More now on new allegations against former Mayor LaToya Cantrell. Chief Investigator David Hammer joins us now. And David, you've been covering this for so long. So what is new about these findings today?
Well, first of all, it's worth a reminder about where we are. Just that former Mayor LaToya Cantrell was charged last year with aiding and abetting her former NOPD bodyguard Jeffrey Vappie in an alleged payroll fraud scheme. She's also charged with lying to a federal grand jury to cover up an alleged extramarital affair with Vappie. Today's new filing from federal prosecutors doesn't actually add any new criminal charges to that, but it offers new evidence the government wants to include at trial as part of a pattern of activity by Cantrell. First, it focuses on 2 rings Vappie gave to Cantrell, a diamond ring we've already seen, plus his New Orleans Police Department ring. Prosecutors allege Cantrell didn't turn over evidence related to those rings when they subpoenaed them. And secondly, prosecutors want to add evidence of hundreds of thousands of dollars in campaign funds that Cantrell spent on alcohol, clothes, and an image consultant. Now, Devin, the new filing says that Cantrell spent hundreds of dollars on Veuve Clicquot champagne and other high-end alcohol in 2010 when there were no in-person campaign events. It says an associate tried to question her use of campaign funds for that, and she responded in a text, quote, "I want to make sure that money I am raising is also accommodating me while I'm doing this job. Comfort is not a luxury, and I'm not taking advantage."
Interesting, David. So we're also hearing about this we've heard about this image consultant in the past. So
Right.
How do these campaign expenses relate to the criminal case?
Well, that's going to be a question here, and Judge Wendy Vitter is going to have to decide whether to include this evidence. The image consultant is actually a story that I broke along with our partners at The Advocate back in 2022. That's actually referenced in this filing. And April 21st, there's going to be hearing on this motion by the government to be able to add that stuff into this. And at that point, we're going to be able to hear from Cantrell attorney Eddie Castang, Vappie's attorney Sean Clark, who both declined to comment today, but they'll be able to argue that that evidence should not be allowed to be included because, again, this is not separate crimes being charged against Cantrell. This is evidence of a pattern of conduct that the government wants to include at trial.
Interesting. All right, so potentially more to come. I know you'll be watching
sure.
it. All right, thank you so much, David.